Alright guys, in this video we're just going to get you caught up on how to transfer your floor plan from the traced plan that you traced from your original over into SketchUp. So the first step is to look at your plan and notice some of the actual dimensions on the original. And you'll see we're using the sample of a Baja, and at the top we have a square here, and that's what you want to do is identify the shapes that make up your plan. This square is 13.5 feet by 13.5 feet, or 13 feet 6 inches. The rectangle connected at the corner here that you see is 19.5 feet by 15.5 feet. So we'll need to create those two shapes, and then we'll join them together with a single line that'll create our triangular shape here at the edge. So the first step is to input those dimensions. We're going to start drawing a square here from our point of origin where all the axes come together here. And type in our first set of dimensions, which is going to be 13.5. The symbol for feet is the apostrophe. It's located next to the enter key. And then a comma, and 13.5 feet again. Again, the symbol for feet next to the enter key, and just hit enter. And that's going to create our first shape to get us started. The second shape that we need is going to be the rectangle, and it's going to be the larger shape. So we're going to type in our larger dimension first, 19.5 feet for 19 feet 6 inches. And then a comma, and 15.5 feet, and enter. And that's going to create our second shape. So you can see it should look something like our original, which is here. The next step is just to use your line tool and connect the two shapes together. Remember, some of you might have simpler shapes to work with. And then you're going to use the eraser to erase the inside lines. And the reason is we want to introduce a new tool. It's called the offset tool. It's located at the top of your screen in between the push-pull and the move tool. Remember, if you hover over any of the tools, it'll remind you of their name. We're going to select the offset tool, and remember, all of our walls need to be 8 inches thick. So we're going to touch and hold with the tool in the center of the object. It creates a perfect copy of the original shape, but we want it to be a little bigger. So push it out beyond the edges and hit 8 and enter. And that's going to set up, remember, 8 inches that travels all the way around the model for us. And in essence, we've created that outside wall. We're all set. The next step, though, is to figure out where all the inside walls are. And to do that, we're going to need to switch over from your original plan to the trace plan, because remember, our scale is that every box is equal to 1 foot on the graph paper. That means that in SketchUp it's going to be 12 inches or 1 foot. So we have one box is just a little 1/4 inch on the paper, but that for us in SketchUp means 1 foot. So we've got to first take a look at where we're at. We're going to use the tape measure tool to create some construction guides, and that works by hovering over any red dot on any edge and then just being able to pull a guide away. Real quick though, we have to check where we're going to be doing that. The first room is the bathroom. We'll use that as our example here. So we have to count the number of boxes here that make up the distance from the back wall to our front wall of the bathroom. We can see there's about a half here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and another half. We're going to call that 5 feet. So we're going to minimize this. We'll pull a guide away from our back edge here and set it up to 5 feet and enter. And that will be our initial inside edge of the bathroom wall. I'm going to erase my other guide here just so I don't get confused. And then we want to pull a guide away from the guide we just made at 8 inches. And that's because, remember, we're establishing both sides of the wall. We need the inside, and then we'll pull a guide away for the outside. And in a second, we'll be tracing over those guides to create the walls themselves. But we need to check also the distance from that this wall is from our outside wall here. So counting those boxes, we can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 7 boxes, which means 7 feet. So we're going to grab our tape measure tool real quick, pull a guide away from this edge this time, and do 7 feet and enter. Remember, because we want the other side of the wall established as well, we're going to pull a guide away from that and set to 8 inches. And that right there is set up our bathroom. We need to then, though, grab the rectangle. We'll trace over and let it snap to the guides. And then again for the outer shape. And now we've set up our bathroom walls. We would go through then and do the bedroom. We do the other walls in the plan and draw them all as solid shapes. And then when we're ready, we want to clean it up quick using the eraser tool. We need to delete these small lines that divide the shape because we want one single shape that we can pull up. And you want to wait till you've drawn all your walls. Just for the sake of the video, we're going to do it quick here and show you that when you're ready and you get everything drawn, you're going to use the push-pull, push it up, and set our height of our walls, which is 8 feet, and enter. And then you'll be ready to start our next video, which is finding where our doors and windows go and cutting those spaces open so we can install some things next time. So thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if you have questions, and we'll get you troubleshooted as soon as we can.